Virgo, what's happening, what's crack-a-lackin', and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy, CancerMoonsTarot, coming at you guys with your July 2020 Love Tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below. Keep in mind, this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below. And you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. That is the first link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Nonetheless, my beautiful Virgos, let's get on into it and see what messages we got coming through. Hopefully we got some fantastic stuff. Messages for Virgo here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout July 2020. What messages do we got coming through for the Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout July 2020. What do we got going on? Messages for Virgo here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout July 2020. All right, Virgo, let's get one last shuffle and see what messages we got coming through. Hopefully, we got some fantastic stuff. Virgo, the overall energy for you guys here is the Three of Swords. Well, we're going to turn that frown upside down. You can be connecting possibly with an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. Your current energy is the Five of Wands. You haven't been able to escape this card. I've seen this card in the dailies, and I've also seen this card in the pre-shuffle before we got started. So, can be some internal conflict that you're definitely dealing with. Overall, having the Three of Swords, there seems to be something you're internally dealing with, okay? Now, taking a look at who you're dealing with here, you have the Ten of Pentacles. It can be an earth sign you're connecting with, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, and the outcome that's present here is the Two of Cups. So I'm feeling that you're having the desire for connection, the craving to connect with somebody and have a certain individual not understand you, but understand you, okay? You want somebody to 110% understand what it is you're going through, understand and understand who it is that you are. And I think that you've been having trouble expressing yourself as of lately, considering that it feels like nobody can kind of understand your pain, let alone understand your pain. We've been there, Virgo. I've been there, Virgo, okay? In Vedic sidereal, I'm apparently a Virgo moon, and I can resonate with being in that position. I've been in that position plenty of times, so let's talk about it, okay? Taking a look at who you're connecting with here, we do have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles can talk about many different things. It can talk about a very nice family structure. It could talk about wealth at its highest of power and value. It could talk about the people you surround yourself with, right? But I feel like this Ten of Pentacles is individuals who possibly could be your family or people you're very close with. It feels to me that, like, people who you're very close with kind of brush off your problems. They kind of brush off your pain. They are in a great position in their life, so they say, and that's kind of what they want to show the world. It's almost like who you're surrounded with are people who don't have time to understand you, understand your pain, and connect with you on that very deep level. It feels like they're the type of people that are all for show. So this is where we're getting a little deep here, because for some of you Virgos, let's say, for example, you may come from a family who doesn't ever really show who they are. They may project that they're living this world of luxury and that they're this one big happy family, but they may be a family that has a lot of scars. So you may be connecting with a family that's very cold-hearted, that doesn't like to talk about mental health issues, that doesn't like to talk about problems, that doesn't like to talk about negativity, because it feels like the environment you're kind of surrounded by is in an environment that's filled with toxic positivity. It's almost like, let's put a Band-Aid on your wound, meanwhile your wounds need air. It feels like that's kind of the environment you're surrounded by, where people kind of brush off how you feel, and they don't sit down and take the time to actually understand what the fuck you're going through. They kind of give you some cheesy old quote like, everything's gonna be okay. And here's the thing. Sure, Virgo, I know everything will be okay in the end, but you just want to be heard. You want to explain yourself and explain what you're feeling and have somebody connect with you, understand you, okay? The Two of Cups here, we're not looking for romance here. This isn't about an offer being accepted. This is about truly connecting with somebody to explain your experience here, to get deep with someone. You just wish that you could have that connection to where you could talk to somebody and be so fucking vulnerable and unafraid of being vulnerable and connect with a person so deep to the point where they can understand everything you're going through. I feel like the the environment you're kind of surrounded by is kind of filled with that toxic positivity where it's not actually trying to lift you up. It's more so trying to silence your pain because they don't want to deal with it. That's really where toxic positivity comes from. It's somebody who's trying to shut down your pain because they don't want what you're going through to ruin their energy. It's not as if they're sitting down there being super genuine, hearing you out, understanding what you're going through, and letting you know that I love you and everything's going to be all right in the end, and I hope that we can work through this together. It's not that type of positivity. It's the type of positivity where somebody just wants to silence you because they don't want to hear what you're going through. They're like, you know what? Put a band-aid on it. You'll be fine. You're a big girl. You're a big boy. Everything's going to be okay. And sometimes people just need to be heard. You know, most times people aren't asking someone, hey, can you come over here and fix me? They're just saying, hey, can you come over here and just listen to me so I can at least have my feelings validated if I can't validate them for myself? Most of the time, people just want to talk and be heard. They don't always are asking for you to fix them. And I think that that's a problem with today's society. People look at mental health and people look at venting as if people are asking for you to fix them, when that's not necessarily the usual case, okay? So let's get into this reading, Virgo. We're going to go deep. I already feel a lot of things to do with your heart chakra, okay? It is going to get deep, so trigger warning from here on out, okay? What I'm going to do here, Virgo, is I'm going to take a look at the people you're dealing with, or the person, okay? Whoever the Ten of Pentacles is, whether it's a specific person, your environment, etc., we're going to take a look at that, see how they feel towards you and what's going on with them throughout July 2020. Then we'll take a look and see what's going on with you, how you feel towards this group or this person, and what's going on with you throughout July 2020. We'll see where energies align, and then we'll see the outcome, okay? Now, in regards to who Virgo is dealing with, how does the person that Virgo is dealing with feel towards Virgo? And what is going on with this individual, please, throughout July 2020? And keep in mind, when I say the person you're dealing with, it could be a group of people, it could be your family, it could be your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, whoever it resonates to that's doing this. If it resonates, that's your person, okay? All right, taking a look here, man. How does the person that Virgo is dealing with feel towards Virgo? And what's going on with this individual throughout July 2020. So the actual first card out here was the Hangman. So for some of you here, you may be connecting with the Pisces. Moving forward, we got here the Eight of Wands, okay? We got here the Ten of Wands, all right? The Seven of Wands, wow. The Queen of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Sheesh. I can definitely see the energies of somebody who is a big suppressor, not only even a suppressor of just your feelings, but they suppress theirs as well. You're connecting with somebody, Virgo, who really likes to keep an image. Their image doesn't want to be tarnished, okay? They like to really be known as this successful and positive person or this successful and positive group, but they don't even acknowledge their own feelings. They hide a lot of what they truly feel. So, getting into it, how do they feel towards you? Whoever this person is or group is that you're connecting with, right off the bat, they feel like you're stuck, okay? Hangman card. They feel like you're stuck. They feel like you do not have the ability to progress out of your pain. This is a person that looks at you, or a group that looks at you, that feels like you are stuck in a painful place. They look at you like a fucking wounded animal that cannot get help, and you're far from it. Okay? We're getting deep. They look at you like a wounded animal, but you're not a wounded animal. You're far from it. Okay? You're a person who knows how to lick their wounds. And you will. Okay? So right off the bat, didn't like that energy that I saw. So let me not get low vibrational, baby. But whoever you're surrounded by, they look at you like a wounded animal. Like where you're at in your life, there's so much going on. You're always so hurt. You're never going to recover, you know? Moving forward from that, we have here the Ten of Wands and we have here the Seven of Wands. You know, truth be told, they see you as this burnt out person, this overwhelmed person, this person who's in this very low vibrational type of area, and they feel like they don't want to be around that. So this is a person, Virgo, who feels like they don't want to be around your, in quotes, low vibrational energy. And remember, man, we're not always going to be in a high vibration. We're not always going to be in a low vibration. AKA, we're not always going to be happy. We're not always going to be sad. So life has its ups and downs. Like Virgo, I want to let you know right now, your feelings are valid. If you're going through some shit, you're going through some shit. It is what it is. I go through shit. My friends go through shit. My family goes through shit. Everybody goes through shit, excuse me. So, never feel invalidated. If somebody doesn't want to sit down and listen to you, then that's not the right person for you, okay? So looking at this, right, 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, whoever this person is that you're connecting with, they really brush it away. They brush you off when it comes towards your pain or whatever. This is the type of person who would think that you're dramatic. This is the type of person who would think you're just looking for attention, all things of that nature. That's kind of the person or group you're surrounded by. And with all that being said, you know, when they see you like this, they kind of single you out. I feel like whoever you're dealing with is the type of person to single you out, possibly from the family or possibly from a group, because you're not mentally happy or you're not mentally well is what they'll look at you like. And keep in mind, Virgo, you're mentally well. You're just a human fucking being. So I feel like who you're connecting with, they single you out a lot. They may go hang out with other people and not bring you around because you'll bring down the vibe. All right, that's this kind of group. This is the kind of group that is so interesting because they're so ironic. You know what's ironic about it, Virgo? Every person in this group avoids their own feelings, or whoever you're dealing with here avoids their own feelings. So they're very judgmental about you actually expressing yours. Meanwhile, they're always doing nothing but putting a fucking Band-Aid on a wound that needs air. Whoever you're connecting with is consistently pushing away their emotions and pretending as if they don't exist. And chances are, they're going to be feeling a lot worse than you are for actually expressing your pain, because you're allowed to express it. Moving forward from this, though, in regards to, you know, what this person's doing here is that it seems like they're overall avoiding you. They are avoiding you and they are pushing themselves into a different direction and surrounding themselves with different groups of people because they feel that you always bring the vibe down, or they feel as if your energy is not a perfect fit for their happy life. So this is a person here who is indulged in that toxic positivity kind of lifestyle where it's like, I don't want to deal with anybody else's energy because it's going to bring me down. I don't want to be surrounded by anyone who's going through things. It's just too fucking intense. And it's like, at the same time, that wouldn't be considered toxic positivity if they were just saying like, Virgo, your energy's too much and it's fucking me up and I need a break. Like, I wouldn't consider that toxic positivity. But the way that they the way that they were treating you was because they were treating you like you would never get better, and like every time they would talk to you or confront you, they'd blow your feelings away. You tried to be open and vulnerable and they'd be like, oh, well, you'll be fine. You know, that's that energy of just pushing somebody completely away, especially when you were vulnerable and looked like you needed someone, Virgo. Sorry about that, Virgo. FedEx came through and I got myself a package. But nonetheless, man, getting back into the reading though, or as I was stating previously, to me, it feels just like the person you're dealing with or the group you're dealing with, they would just brush off your feelings entirely. And that's not fair, you know? Especially if you're dealing with people who supposedly cared for you, it's not right for them to blow off your feelings. And I understand that you were just looking for someone to genuinely just listen. And I get that. I get that wholeheartedly. So, you know, I definitely can see moving forward that probably your best approach would be to cut out groups of people like this or individuals like this in general. But of course, that's your own discernment and that's just my opinion. But it's always best in life to be surrounded by people who are there to listen at all times. Even if they're not giving you advice because you're not asking for it, as long as there's people to just listen, that's great. You know, we all deserve people in our life who can just kick back, listen, understand, and understand what we're going through, and just be there for someone. I think that's crucially fucking important. You know? So moving forward, let's take a look at how you feel towards this individual or group of people you're dealing with and what's going on with you throughout July 2020. Okay? So let's take a look here. How does Virgo feel towards the person or people they're dealing with? And what is going on with Virgo, please, throughout July 2020? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout July 2020. How does Virgo feel towards the people or group they're dealing with? And what is going on with Virgo throughout July 2020. Let's take a look. First card out here is the Page of Wands. So you can be dealing with a fire sign, but I do feel for some of you Virgos, you may have a fire dominant chart. Interesting. Don't know why that message came through. So the Page of Wands is this energy of you feeling like, I'm going to start downplaying my pain. It's almost as if you're allowing these people to get to you, or that's how they're making you kind of feel. You feel like these people are consistently downplaying your pain, and they are 110%. And with the Three of Pentacles here, you don't feel like they're helping you. You don't feel like they're working with you. Instead, you feel like they're continuing to invalidate your experience, okay? We got here the Justice card in the reverse. Virgo, please, and 110%, please don't allow this person to make you downplay your feelings or make you feel like your feelings are not important and you shouldn't be upset. Remember, man, we're all human. We have the right to feel how we feel, no matter what it is we're going through. Remember to always validate your feelings, especially if no one else does. If no one else wants to validate your feelings, fuck them and validate your own, okay? Validate your own. Moving forward, we got here the Emperor card. We got here the Page of Swords. And we also got here the Two of Wands. So, based on how you feel towards this person, you feel like they're very in their narcissistic type of ways. I can definitely see, because with the Emperor card here, the Emperor card can talk about narcissism in certain people. And I think you feel like the people you're dealing with definitely do have narcissistic-like tendencies. You recognize that they care about a lot of judgment, even though they are ones who project judgment onto everyone they're around. So you're recognizing that this person or this group are a people, it's either a person or a group you're dealing with, right? But you recognize that they're full of judgment and consistently scared of being judged. That's the energy that you were surrounded by. Because the Emperor card here is someone who's narcissistic, someone who is always thinking very highly of themselves and is always thinking as if they are better in a sense or always right. And the Page of Swords can talk about kind of the way you show yourself to society. So it feels like you were surrounded by people who were very judgmental, not only just of you, but other individuals. And they were also very judgmental of themselves, but they would kind of project or show that they were like these amazing type of people. Like they were the highest of regards type of energy. It's just like you were connecting with people who I feel were just super narcissistic. They thought super highly of themselves, but the truth is they didn't. They just projected that. They pretended as if they were like these amazing type of individuals. Meanwhile, deep beneath the surface, the person or people you were dealing with were super fucking insecure, and that's why they could not deal with your feelings and understand your feelings, because they don't even understand their own. Whoever you were connecting with over here pushed away their own types of feelings and things that they were going through, okay? So moving forward here, Virgo, we have here the Two of Wands as well. So with the Two of Wands being here, it definitely feels to me that you kind of felt for the longest of times, is it better for me to be surrounded by someone or a group of people, or is it better for me to be alone? Because you started getting caught into this energy of, if no one else is going to care about me and or my feelings, aren't I just better off alone? And yeah, sometimes you absolutely are. Sometimes it's so much better to be surrounded by yourself rather than a group of fake people who honestly don't show that they care. So I feel like you were coming to the decision in July to really decide to be on your own, validate your own feelings and work on yourself, rather than be surrounded by people who really don't seem to care and kind of just slap a little band-aid on you 24/7. All right, moving forward into what's going on in July for you. You have here the Temperance, the Fool card, and the Devil. Hello, Virgo. You're looking like you're going in a fantastic route in July 2020. The Temperance card is the card of healing, which means you're focusing solely and purely on your own healing. You're allowing yourself to take care of your own business. You're recognizing, if no one else wants to be there for me, I'm going to be there for myself. And with the Fool card to the Devil card here, you're allowing yourself to release yourself away from any sort of negativity and individuals who bring negativity into your life. You're deciding to let go of that and really put yourself in a better situation, surround yourself with better people who are going to be there for you and who genuinely understand you and interconnect with you. And that's what's so important here, okay? Going back into the beginning of the reading in which I originally stated, what you wanted was just someone to genuinely connect with and understand what you're going through and be there for you and listen to you, right? That's what you've wanted from the jump. And you were surrounded by a person or a group of people who consistently invalidated your feelings. They consistently pushed them away with some toxic positivity and made you feel singled out and made you feel like you were always this sad person who fucking brought down the vibe. And that's totally unfair of them to do that to you. You're a person, man. You deserve to feel how you feel. Your feelings deserve to be heard. And I'm sorry for any Virgos that resonate with this reading. including, that's gone through that shit. Fuck that group of people you were around or that person you were around, because at the end of the day, they have just as much shit to work on than you do as well, right? They have just as much shit to work on. So either way, I'm very happy and proud to see that moving into July 2020, Virgo, you're really out here right now taking initiative of healing yourself, of releasing and really pushing yourself away from all the negative people and negative influences in your life that honestly make the pain you're dealing with quite worse. Honestly, eliminating or removing yourself from these types of people seems like one of your best bets, because now you can validate your feelings without having to deal with other people just putting a fucking band-aid on your wounds. You know? Moving forward, all right, in regards to where energies are aligning, Virgo, between you and the person you're dealing with, let's take a look. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, throughout July 2020. Where is energies aligning, please, between Virgo and the person they're dealing with? Let's take a look. We got here the Seven of Cups, looking for new people, which is good. We got here the Nine of Pentacles, hey-o, and then we also got here the Queen of Wands, baby! Virgo, I like it a lot. Taking a look at the Seven of Cups, this means you're deciding to take your business elsewhere. And what is your business? Well, whether it's your friendship, your relationship, whatever it is, you're deciding to find better people who care about you. You're looking for people who are gonna understand you. You're looking for people who are gonna be there for you. You're looking for a whole new group, okay? Or a whole new person. Because you're not gonna allow yourself to be surrounded by this energy and manipulated into thinking that what you're going through is nothing. That's total bullshit. And you're removing yourself from this situation. And even if you have to be on your own, you're starting to recognize what I've preached for the longest of times. It's better to be by yourself than surrounded by a group of fake people. And also with the Queen of Wands here, you're tapping into this fiery ass energy where you're validating yourself, you are validating your feelings. And with the Queen of Wands here, you're allowing yourself to express yourself. I like it. Let's keep it popping, man, moving forward. And as for the overall outcome, please, for Virgo and the person they're dealing with throughout July 2020, let's take a look here. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout July 2020. What is the overall outcome, please, between Virgo and who they're dealing with? Yes, we got here the King of Swords. Virgo, you are putting your boundaries up, boo, and you're allowing yourself to recognize who deserves to be in your life and who doesn't. From what I'm seeing here, Virgo, the King of Swords is you acknowledging that you can be vulnerable. It is okay for you to be vulnerable, but allow yourself to be vulnerable with people who genuinely care. You're only allowing yourself to show your true vulnerability with people that are going to be there to understand you. And with the King of Swords here, you're cutting out these types of individuals who don't really want to show you that they genuinely care for you within your life. These are people, honestly, who for some reason stick around, but ultimately they don't show like they have a fuck in the world for you. And that's not important, man. That's not great to have somebody around who does not really show that they care for you. It's never great to be surrounded by people that don't really show that they care, nor really express that they do. So it's definitely time for you to find a better group or a better person, and it's definitely time for you to connect a lot more with yourself, to start validating your own feelings, to start working through those internal struggles that you're going through, and dominating and pushing through that pain you're experiencing, right? You know, at the end of the day, how do we release pain that we've been holding on to? We gotta confront it head on. We gotta acknowledge it for what it is. We have to process it, and processing it means going through the pain. You gotta take a look at who hurt you or why it is you're hurt, express the way you feel about it, and at some point, you will eventually go through all of that pain to where you're ready to let go of it. And hey, man, it is totally healthy for you to have someone to be there right by your side, to listen to what it is you're going through, to understand your pain, and to be there for you. You earn that right, Virgo. Everybody has that right and is deserving of a person to be there for you. And I think that now it's time for you to find those types of people as you decide to cut these individuals out of your life. And listen, I want to remind you that the universe is always listening. When you cut out people that are not the right types for you, and you stand in your energy knowing what it is you deserve, you're always going to attract what it is you deserve. So Virgo, the moment you start validating what you're going through, the moment you recognize that you deserve better friends or a better family or a better lover that's going to treat you right and be there for you, the moment you start stepping into that power and keeping those boundaries up with the people that you decide to surround yourself with, the universe is going to give you what it is you're looking for. Because when the universe sees that you know your worth, you get what you deserve. Hell motherfucking yeah. Okay? So nonetheless, Virgo, overall, this reading was pretty intense. I do apologize for any Virgos that have been in a circumstance like this before. It's really hard being surrounded by people who will say that they care, but do the exact opposite. It's very hard to be surrounded by toxic positivity. It does suck being singled out, and it does suck feeling like you're alone, going through your own pain, and never feeling like you have someone to be there for you. But moving forward, you will meet better people. I totally promise that, okay? And by the way, guys, I really apologize for any stuttering that I had throughout this video. Anytime Mercury is in retrograde, I tend to stutter like a motherfucker, so thank you for being patient with me while explaining everything that I was seeing, because it was a very intense reading, okay? But either way, Virgo, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud that you're releasing this person or this group of people. I'm happy that you're really allowing yourself to continue going forward with your healing and allowing yourself to just get yourself out of negative situations and negative environments. I'm happy to see that you're moving along in a pretty good direction and standing in your power of owning your shit and owning your pain. You guys are fucking warriors, and I love it. And like I said, man, the universe is going to see how you're taking care of yourself, and you're going to end up manifesting people who are going to be right there, that got your back, and that are going to show you genuine love and care. So Virgo, thank you guys so much for watching, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, if it does resonate, please let me know down in those comments down below. Have an awesome and amazing rest of your day, guys. Have an awesome and amazing rest of your July, and I will catch you guys in your next video. Much love to everybody. Peace.